Alright, we're live. Sorry you guys for not posting for a while. I was really busy with in real life stuff and class related stuff. I was just really busy in general. I'm gonna try and upload more frequently. I'll do my best, but today I'm going to be bringing you a Town Hall 12 base as Queso Cup for Town Hall 12 is coming up. I'm personally I'm personally not playing any in any teams or building for any. Um, but I just want to show you like what a queso cup base might look like, or if you're a builder, how you could build a queso cup base possibly. Um, and if you're new, I'm gonna be explaining new things like beginner things just as usual. Also some more advanced things. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. So first things first. With Town Hall 12 only, there is no such thing as like a hybrid with a siege barrack. You have to use like a Yeti bomb, which will probably be the most common. Uh, Queen Charge Lalo is definitely going to be more used, possibly even some Queen Charge Minor, um, things of that nature, where you don't have Town Hall 13 troops to rely on. I believe it's just going to be a level 1 clan, so only Town Hall 12 troops and 12 levels available. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with an eagle today. I kind of explained in my last video that I usually start with the town hall, but I want to start with an eagle this time. If I get stuck, I can always replace it with the town hall or any other key value. I will show you an example of that if I get one. Otherwise, I'll explain it. But what I'm doing here is I'm just going to make a box around it so it's unwalkable. This is a little trick you can see if it's a building or if your key defense is unwalkable, is it should be able to fit like an archer tower or a cannon or CC. Basically any of these buildings, as long as they're not a builder hut, an inferno tower, or a sweeper. There should be a one tile gap between each of the buildings, so you should be able to put walls right here. Another way you can test that is you should be able to put traps right here. Obviously not a giant bomb because that takes up 2 space, but you can put any other trap here. So yeah, this is an unwalkable eagle comp. Right now I can expand from anywhere. I think this side is going to be my outside edge, and possibly this side, but what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to build something like, actually no, this side and this side is going to be my outside edge. I'm thinking. So I'm just going to do just a normal inferno comp. I'm actually going to move it up, and I'll explain why in a minute. So just moving it up 2 tiles. The reason why I did that is because now I can almost make a 5x5 off of this little like V shape right here. This almost acts as a 5x5, so I can put like a, not an expo, like a inferno here or town hall here. It just gives me a really nice way to expand off of something. But before I do that, I'm going to put a 5x5 right here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want this breakable and this like 13x5, I think it is, breakable together, because then they can get the Inferno and the Eagle with one super wall break, and that would be annoying. And it would be really good value. I'm actually going to do an expo right here, I'm thinking. This isn't super important, it's just kind of like trolly a little bit. It's to add depth into the base as well. Yeah, it's not too important what I put here. But it definitely makes it a bit awkward, as it almost acts as a key defense. And then what I did here was I made myself a nice foothold for a town hall comp. But I'm not sure that I want to put the town hall there yet, just because the spacing might be a little awkward. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a core inferno. I'm going to wait for the town hall for a little bit, so then I can kind of just get everything else placed. And yeah, so right now I have a box. I guess I can remove this expo comp. You know what I actually can do? This is a perfect example. So when I was talking about getting stuck, basically what you do is, okay, so I'm gonna have to remove this 5x5. Oops, that was the wrong walls. Oh my, walls, why are you doing this to me? Okay, so now we just have a normal inferno comp and a normal eagle comp, okay? This is actually one tile, but pretend it's unwalkable because we're gonna be adjusting it anyway. So basically what I am going to do is I'm gonna put the inferno in the eagle comp, okay? And the eagle in the inferno comp, but adjust them so they're unwalkable. Because you can interchange values to get yourself out of, like if you get stuck and you don't know how to build off of something, you can just interchange two key values and then to make yourself like unstuck, I guess. Right now I'm just adjusting because it was a little bit off, to make spacing a little better. I'm gonna do my eagle something like this. There we go. Alright, so the reason for that is just because otherwise it would be really boxy. I don't want to make a boxy basis. I believe queso was one hit. I'm not too sure because I've never played it before, but I have built 11s for it. And I know they were one hit. So you kind of want to make like something a little trolly, something that might throw the opponents off. So something in that nature. I'm actually gonna measure this out real quick. Okay, this is one too many. There we go. I know this looks a little awkward, but it's just so I can fit another building inside of here so then it all fits together. I'm going to move my whole entire base. Actually, no. Let me just get the moat down, because I want to put a moat right here because makes the eagle a little harder to get into. Kind of makes it a little annoying for the attacker. And then something interesting that I've never done before would be something like if I put like say I remove these wiggles, okay? And I remove these wiggles. Then we just do something like this. Actually, I don't know that that would work. No, but if I would have put like a queen or something in here to almost force a Sui, I know zap value could be decent, but I don't think it's really worth 7 spells for them just to get a queen and an eagle. But this would be interesting. I've never done something like this before, but something trolly like that, putting the queen by eagle, not giving it too much of that value. And then almost if I did like maybe like just a small 2-tile dead zone, but that might be wasted wall, so I will adjust it later, I think. But this is a cool idea, I think. I still have to place Town Hall and one more Inferno. Let me see how Wiggles would look right here. Alright, so they look okay. I really needed to, I could adjust the Eagle comp over a couple. I'm not sure that I want another key defense right there. Oops. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. Gee, I have an idea instead. Okay. So, some of you may have seen me do this, or maybe you've seen like Andrew do it, or some other builders. But Andrew's the first one who like introduced me to this. It's an oversized comp. Basically, what it does is if a troop, like a hero, walks in here, it's a lot harder to funnel them into, say they want the eagle or say they want this. It's a lot harder to funnel them into here. They'd rather either like beat on a wall and be unpredictable, or just walk right out of the base. I wouldn't do every comp like this because it can make your base huge, but it also can make your base a little more predictable to like queen charges. So I would try and limit like maybe one or two oversized comps per base, or even none. It really just is personal preference. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna remove the 5x5 just because I don't really like it. I don't think it's that big of an issue if these line up right now. Uh, hmm. Let me just try something. What if I were to move this for right now? I know I'm removing a lot of things, but I'm just seeing how the base would work um, together, which I feel like is an important step. Making like, because the skeleton is like the outline on how you want the rest of your base to be. I feel like it's important, and not just willy-nilly put it together and, oh yeah, it's done in 2 seconds. I feel like skeletons should make, or like you should take a little bit more time with your skeletons. They don't have to be like 2 hours or an hour. Like they can be quick. Just take a little thinking time and don't rush the process too much. So here's an example of an oversized Inferno comp. I just did it to fit the base a little bit better. So then I have this area over here. It gives me kind of another little moat, but I think what I'm going to do, okay, so 5x5 right here, walls like that. I think I'm going to put another Inferno over here. We could even close that off, just make it like a comp. So now I'm kind of looking at the overall base shape. I see a few areas where I can put my town hall. I have 70 walls, so I have plenty of walls. I think before I place my town hall comp, I'm gonna do like a 9x9 right here. 9x9s, they're kind of just to add depth into the base. They're not really for anything too specific. Just adding depth where I need it. Almost serving as a moat, but not exactly. Yeah, I feel like I really like this over here. It's really trolly. I could have some DPS in there and it would be really nice as well. Let me see. I might. Okay, yeah, I will need the room. So I will have builder hut space by this eagle comp. Sometimes that happens, especially at 13. I'm not insanely good at 13 yet, so I won't be doing videos for a little bit. But when I do, I'll definitely do some. But I've noticed in some of my recent builds that you have builder huts that's all you can fit there. But it's not too big of an issue, I feel like. You just have to kind of be careful. Then I'm going to do like a little hole right here, just for super wall breakers, and then maybe, no, I really don't like those. What I need is here, oops, that was bad, okay. What I need here is I need something like this, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna add a hole by the town hall count. A couple holes, actually. Now you might be thinking this gives access to the whole entire base, this, like, comp right here, but it really doesn't, if you think about it. Okay, so if you jump right here, you get access to these three things, okay? So Smash might be okay at, Town Hall 12. I don't really see it too much. Then you can jump right here, okay? But there's still so much. It's like a really wide back end, if you've noticed. Or if you noticed, it's also really, it's like a decently wide front end. But it's especially a really wide back end. That kind of just makes Smash have a little bit more trouble throughout the base. And even, like, makes them not want to Smash. By the way, when I mean Smash, I mean either Super Witches or P.E.K.K.A. Smash. For those of y'all who didn't know. I'm just going to add a moat right here. Just adding a little bit more depth in the base. By the way, something you never want to do is play CC in a 5x5 because you know the new invisibility spell things. Basically, what someone can do is they can place, I believe, like I think it's 3 invisibility spells and like 2 skeletons or something. It's something like that. So basically, I think it's a total of like 5 or 6 spells. But they get your CC for free, so it's almost like back in the days when you could zap CC, but it's a little bit more spell effective. So I just keep it away from 5x5s. Like, it can be right here, but just don't have it inside the 5x5. So right now I'm just swapping my Town Hall and Eagle, seeing if I like it better. Which I actually might, because they're both kind of wide back ends. Plus, if I do that, they get to this Inferno later, and they don't get this jump value right away. So I think I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to keep Queen here because I think it's a cool idea. But I'm going to end up putting CC probably by Eagle, which would force them to charge over here. Especially if it's like a Sui, or not a Sui, but if it's like a damage CC, it'll force the charge over there. Which will kind of be annoying that they have to tome through the Town Hall. So, yeah. Let's see here. So, I mean, you know what I could do? Alright, so we're gonna put some expos by Eagle. Let's do some unreachable DPS. Probably 3. And then maybe Warden, like here, with 1 expo. And then a sweeper. Yeah. Alright, basically the sweeper makes them not want to wallow at the Town Hall if they were going to wallow the Town Hall. And then the sweeper over here makes them not want to wallow over here. So they have to queen charge one or the other. Or Sui one or the other. Alright, but I want to beta King Sui over this Inferno because I feel like someone might fall for it. And it might be kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is, it doesn't really matter too much what this first defense is, if it's a defense or if it's a storage or something. But then I'm going to do is put 1 defense that's like this, where it's just 1 tile in between instead of 2, so the king will walk in, and then he'll go try and grab the Inferno. But I'm going to add a lot of DPS, maybe even enemy king. Then they might bring a headhunter though, so I'll just add a bunch of point defenses right here. The double cannon just adds a ton of DPS, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 2 skelly traps, a giant bomb, and 3 small bombs. So that kills off the barbarians, and then the skellies distract the king and kill the king. And then they don't end up getting this Inferno, which causes issues for them later I can actually include like an air defense in here. That could be pretty nice value for a King Sui. Um, yeah. Um, so CC is lurable a little bit on the outside. Um, so I don't want them queen charging Town Hall and then flying their Lalo in like this if they do choose Lalo. So what I'm gonna do early on is I'm just gonna place um just a couple defenses on the outside over here. To make it like a little harder for them to just hog the CC, like drop a hog. They have to go through both of these first, and actually this needs to be like an archer tower or something. So now they can't hog or loon the CC very easily. I'm gonna do a unreachable AD, so then if they walk their queen in here to try and grab a queen with healers, when the healers step in this range, they're gonna get fried by this AD, which forces a charge into like either here or straight at the town hall. I doubt they're gonna charge the town hall though without getting into this comp, just because of the CC, but I'm not too sure yet. And then I kind of want them. Okay, so they think they're gonna Sui out this. When they're Sui, if they try and King Sui out this, when that goes wrong, they might send Slammer into it, um, or try and just get their queen in there somehow. Um, hmm. So I think what I think is gonna happen is they're gonna try and Lalo either this way or this way, no matter what they do. So I'm just gonna add some AD pathing for them, so then it's a little bit easier for me to rid air bomb. Um, Now I gotta place some wizard towers. I'm just gonna place them wherever I see some splashes needed, but also where they're barely touching this inferno, or like barely touching the eagle, or barely touching the town hall, so that they can't bat bomb it, but they also can't freeze them together, like freeze the wizard tower and the inferno. I'm going to probably have around maybe 2 tankable wizard towers. It's generally okay if you have maybe 2. You can try to get 1, but it's not 100% guaranteed. You just kind of have to focus on good splash spread throughout the base. So this looks pretty decent. I'm gonna add whoa, town hall. Do not move like that. Thank you. Stay there. I'm gonna add a king in here. Just makes it, if they try and get in this comp somehow, it makes it a little bit tougher for their queen or whatever they decide to put in there, a little bit tougher to get through. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate this inferno. Should really make a guide on isolating, or like a video on isolating. But basically, you isolate it with some non-defense targeting buildings and put defense targeting buildings on the outside for like loons or hogs to pass through, like around it while it shoots it. I'm actually gonna. We could do that to almost encourage a Sui Lalo. Yeah, because they're definitely gonna bring headhunters for the queen. So yeah, and then obviously Warden early because we don't want them blimping because I mean blimping will work, but they're fighting a sweeper. So yeah, that'll work. Um, I'm gonna add. I don't think I'm gonna use my geared archer tower this time because I don't really have a need for it. But instead I'm just gonna use it as a normal archer tower. That would be like the next thing I placed if I were gonna place it down. I'm gonna add maybe some storages to tie up like the queen a little bit longer in this comp, so this expo gets a little more time to shoot off. And then the rest of the building should probably end up being like DPS or something similar. Well, not really something similar, just DPS. I'm gonna do something like that to add some DPS in this comp. I feel like it kind of does a nice job. I also want, if I can, I want to make all of these surrounding funneling things sneaky gobbable, because that would just encourage the King Sui into the Inferno, which I want, because then when the King Sui fails, it'll be funny, but it'll also work. See, it's about funniness, but it's also about if it works or not. Pro tip. Just kidding. Make it work. It doesn't matter about funniness. I'm gonna just actually no, this needs to be a non-defense building because I don't want things pathing to this expo either. As that's part of isolating this Inferno. Actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an army camp in here. I think they'll look nice in there, plus it serves the same purpose. And I want the loons to take a very specific path because it helps with raid air bombing, in my opinion. So then I can just place like 2 raid air bombs, like, because I know the loons are going to go a specific way. I'm gonna use my last builder hut, and then I'm gonna do 2 Teslas in front of these builder huts, just to make the funnel a little bit harder. I'm gonna do a storage. So I noticed that I'm running out of point defenses. So now I can look like, okay, where can I put a point or where can I put walls wherever I need a point defense? Or not, no. Where am I able to substitute a point defense for walls? We can make this a wall. Just make sure there's no hole, okay. Let's see. I feel like we don't need the cannon there. That could be a hole or a wall. Alright, now we have some more point defenses to work with. So, yeah. That's just a little tip. If y'all need or like defenses, just replace it with walls. This looks like a really easy baby dragon over here. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep 1 Tesla in there, and I'm going to put 2 Teslas over here along with nothing, because yeah, I don't know why I said along with. Kind of just filling some trash in, not too precise with it. You know, this could actually be a dead zone instead of a 5x5, serves the same purpose. It just doesn't, it means I can't put a building in here, and it limits the jump value. It makes it a bit more awkward for troops to path. We'll just put a cannon right there. Yeah. Make sure nothing like boulder bounceable trash. Make sure I don't have tankable wizard towers with ice golems, or targetable wizard towers, like directly targetable. Or air defenses. We need to actually put a Tesla right there so they can't drop a few loons for that. So the base is almost complete here. Another tip is if you're not like liking the base, like if you're not feeling it while you're building it, it's a good chance that it's not going to be like your best base and you might just want to start over. I'm not saying that for every base, but um, if you're just really like, okay, this base is okay, I'm not really enjoying the process, like, just start over. It'll make your life a lot easier instead of just going on and on and on and trying to do your best to fill it in. Okay, we can all move this down. I'm gonna move it down 2. But then I'm gonna switch the mortar right here. This is just for trash, for spacing. I'm actually gonna replace that with a workshop. Same building size, just more HP. This is boulder bounceable up here, so I'm gonna fix that. Let's see, I have a bomb tower. I'm gonna place the bomb tower over here. I know I explained it in my last video. It's to defend against witch flanks, as you don't want the flanks. If you kill the flanks, there's a good chance you can kill the core a lot easier. So you kind of want to keep your bomb towers on the outside of the base. Sure, someone can pick them off with loons, but most attackers, at least I've found, do not. So you can kind of abuse the fact that you can have bomb towers outside, and then that'll help kill witches off. A zap witch, I believe, is still a thing. I'm pretty sure zaps are allowed in Queso Cup. Don't quote me on that. Someone who's playing Queso Cup would probably know, but I am personally not. I don't know, I just don't really have a reason to be honest. But, yeah. So I'm trying to find a spot to put this last army camp. I see that I have some open space right here. I'm just gonna put that with with the army camp. It's a lot easier to deal with like a smaller building like this to place it, rather than a massive building, uh, like an army camp or a siege barrack, or not a siege barrack, a workshop. That's what it's called. Okay, so now we have the basic outline done. Now it's really like I was kind of thinking about how I want an attack like to come from, or like how I think an attack will come from. But now it's really like the time to plan out some specific strategies, like where you think things will come from, so then you can bait it accordingly. So if I were looking at this as an attacker, this is not very easy to hit. It's awkward. But you'd probably Yeti bomb the town hall, maybe. And then maybe I would queen charge up into here. Try and get a wall break off in there. Get the eagle. Get CC. And then Lalo. I have to Lalo based on the sweeper. I have to Lalo from the south. So maybe I wouldn't Yeti bomb, because I can just, I know I would be wasting tome early, but it wouldn't be that hard to just get through 2 multis. So like that's kind of what you want to like ask yourself, like how would an attacker hit? I think of usually Lalo plans, hybrid plans, witch plans, and then Zap Drag plans sometimes. Yeah, but for right now, I think a Sui or a Queen Charge is definitely coming in here. And then a Lalo starting from here, because you can't start it because of the sweeper. Another thing is you can queen charge this Inferno or try and king sui it, and then queen charge the eagle as well, and then you get good hybrid pathing. Although you do need king to, because you don't have the siege barrack. But what you could do is Yeti bomb this in the beginning, okay? Put like a P.E.K.K.A or something over here to help funnel out the king or the queen, and then use two loons and a baby dragon south, and hybrid through here. I think that actually might be a pretty decent plan. And then as far as witches go, let's see, wall wrecker pathing. Probably zap out probably one of these two. So maybe this one and this one. Or you can zap out both of these and then go through like here. That actually seems like a little bit safer. It doesn't matter too much which one they zap because I'm just going to trap it the same for witches. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do blimp bait. So I'm not going to put the Teslas right here. I'm going to do instead. It's really obvious blimp bait, but some attackers fall for it. So basically what you do, you put two Sams right here. Alright, the loons, they go for this. So now they're forced to Yeti bomb from over here. Because this Yeti bomb won't work. Because the loon will target the mortar or the cannon. And then I can use these surgical Teslas like over here to mess up the funnel. Now for a queen charge. There's already 3 bows here. Oops. I think I don't need the warden. Well, an electron could come at the town hall. And then Sui like down here. Lalo like this, maybe. But I'm kind of still defending the same Lalo plan because there's really only like one. So I don't think I'm going to need the warden. I'm going to place it over by my Expos to help defend against the queen charge and a Sui. I'm going to place the skeleton trap in here because miners, they'll get tied up on it for a little bit while the hogs keep moving through and then they'll end up dying. Okay. I'm going to focus on the hybrid first. So I'm just going to spring trap where they're entering in at. I mean, the hybrid's going to have to die out real fast because there's not going to be an insane amount of base left until I kill this queen charge. But like if I kill this queen charge, then there will be enough. You know what? Another thing. Good queen charge here. Yeti bomb this. King this. Hybrid. Like that. That actually is way better of a plan, I think, because less could go wrong, but also you get the same pathing. So I just need to trap that. I'm going to trap that one because I feel like it's a bit more common. Less could go wrong. It's one hit, so yeah. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, now I need to start samming. Let's see. So I have a Tesla, air defense, mortar. A Coco Loon would definitely target the wizard tower. Which means I should be safe to put like a Sam right here. And maybe one a little bit back like that. Unless if you're dressy, you know who you are. And you use like 20 Cocos, but that's besides the point. I should be safe to put some like that. Let's see. They're going to be forced to place their healers either over here or over here. I think it's a bit safer if they queen charge this first and then queen charge in here. So based on where this air defense is placed, I'm going to put a Sam up here in case if they forget to Coco in first, which some players might. And then we're just going to place one a little bit deeper, where it's not even easy Cocoable, but it'll still hit the healers when the queen is in this area. Alright, so assuming they Sui Lalo this, King Sui, Queen, I'm actually going to save this Sam just to put it on this air defense so then the Hound pops a little quicker. Probably Yeti Bomb or start their Lalo through there. So actually I'm going to put a Sam right there. That'll probably be their second Hound. I doubt they'll use 3. So I think it's pretty safe because they'll be wasting Warden. Well, not wasting it, but like using it real early. So I think it's safe to put some red air bombs over here. By the way, it is safe to put red air bombs where the Lalo is ending if it's near an AD. Like, the Lalo's not going to come from here because I have this sweeper like that, okay? It's just not, because nobody Lalos into a sweeper. So it's okay to have these red air bombs pullable by a Hound, as long as it's the like end of the raid, because nobody's going to be putting a Hound on that. That's also kind of where you want your red air bombs to be, because the end of the raid is usually where the Lalo is most vulnerable. Alright, anyways. Now I'm just going to place some witch bombs, kind of around the base. I don't have enough giant or small bombs for full witch bombs, but I'm just going to place them around the base. They're going to help defend flanks. But here's the base. I will put the link in the description because y'all were asking for the link on the last base, but I didn't do it because it's supposed to be a learning thing, but if y'all really want to use it, you can. Yeah, this is the base. It's for queso Th12. Not 100% sure on the rule restrictions, but I'm like 99% sure. I know it's all Town Hall 12 troops only. Not 100% sure on level 1 clan. So I know like most of the rules. But I hope you learned something. I'll be trying to upload more frequently. Hopefully I'm not too busy. But yeah, also here's the walls if y'all want to see the walls. Yeah, I recommend not copying the base as it's now burnt. But if you want to take inspiration off of it, maybe take like the Eagle comp or an Inferno comp or something, go for it. I 100% encourage that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.